Alright, I'm picking up here. I did some more power leveling, and as testament to my success, you'll see lots of weird floating things. These are the remnants of the enemies that I fought. And there's a third. Now, in this series, well, this video to the 30th, you'll see a series of ridiculous mistakes. Primarily two. One of them was I was too confident in fighting one enemy. I don't know if this is the one, but I was trying to show you a certain enemy that actually looks way familiar. Missed. What got rid of it? Oh yeah, that's what those Beetles are doing. That's not a big deal, since most of my party can't use magic, and not even my archer can use magic at the moment. Don't want to retreat. That worked.
That went okay.
Now, one of the mistakes that I've done in this was one of those beetles, those scarabs, can pull off something called Kamikaze. And it does exactly what you think it does. They basically destroy themselves by taking doing a heavy amount of damage to me. I'm skipping through this one. Because you can't, you're a human.
Did I overdo it again?
Oh yeah, and by the way, Lazard learned a new spell called Explosion, which is a menu, fire spell. The only problem is it's useless where I'm going now. And let's see why. I was hoping to see if I can find that one to show you. Let's see if this is... I think this is where the Kamikaze event took place. But I did the smart thing in this and retreated. I was trying to get to that earlier. No good.
Firestorm.
That didn't do a lot. That is it. That's what happened. It destroyed itself, and it took out practically everybody except Arm. And not being confident enough to take the leader out, I decided to take the safe way out and use Atomic Godspeed. The sad truth is I don't have a lot of Union Plumes, however. Because most of them I actually gathered from either from fallen enemies or from treasure chests. And I didn't buy some. So I'm gonna have to use mine wisely. The other big mistake was that I took on more than I wanted to. Alright, that's the enemy that... Remember that? The Ballistic Rhino? Well, here it is, reincarnated in its new form, called the Desert Beast. And... No, I can't see you serious. This was also lucky, and I remember when the user actually laughed, or was actually kind of surprised I was able to beat the first boss so easily. And, in effect, I really didn't like that boss, so he or she's right.
Accurate judgment and superb powers of concentration.
Okay. Also, you're gonna notice something. Leonie's gonna say, unseen power crushed from their body, the breath of life. That. Means beast bludgeon. Because you can tell what attacks they usually have. Because they will usually say which ones they are. And beast bludgeon is unseen power crushed from their body, the breath of life. I don't know what all of them are off the top of my head, actually. I think, I remember, for scaling might, I think, for beating scaled enemies, like the lizardmen, you get some... I'm gonna change this to Frigid Damsel, but the scaling might, I think, is some kind of Shattered Strength, Forged Hardened Hellfire, something like that. And this is what's worth all this trouble. You get a Heavy Warrior here, you don't get many of these. And this is... Din, or I don't know how I pronounce it. He kind of looks like a samurai to some extent. But what's... he was basically my tool for survival in my first playthrough. Okay. Now I'm in a new section of the map. I'm trying to patch everyone up. That looks good. Now I'm gonna save here because I want to dip my toes into this dungeon, and I'm just afraid of getting too immersed because these enemies here are actually really tough. I'm not kidding. And one of the things that what really makes them tough is that they have, since this is a volcano ruins or whatever, they all have heavy fire resistance. Because of that, I changed Blizzard's magic from Firestorm to Frigid Damsel. I'll just show you a fight here, so I won't have to do so.
That creature is my design. Who dared steal my work?
Oh yeah, that's Shakan's special speech thing. Great. This doesn't look good, and it didn't freeze. You know how all these enemies actually look familiar? It's because the Valkyrie profile suffers from a really bad case of a certain RPG phenomenon. And that is, repeat the same enemies over and over again, but this really takes the cake in actually making them look practically alike. There are only slight differences. She's pretty weak. Oh yeah, I'll show you Lizard's new magic.
In my hand, the Creator's sword that calls eternal sleep. Honor our pact and hear my command. Animate Earth!
Even though it's called Animate Earth, it's actually fire element, so I'm gonna use it less often in this dungeon. That's lucky, it froze.
Frigid Damsel.
I was trying to take out its arm because there's something called Hail Jewel. And that's what I want. I'll explain why I need it later. I'm actually gonna wrap up here